Dear students, in the same chapter, chapter number 12, we are going to start second module, that is of drought and earthquake. So let us understand what is a drought. So drought is a condition when there is a little rainfall or no rainfall from a very long time. So that time the earth gets dried up and you can see the cracks on the earth. These cracks are because of the drought, right? Because there is a less water in the earth surface. Now, drought affect the areas where there is a little water or where there is a no water. You can say the natural sources are really very less. So there the drought especially occurs. Now, who all are affected by the drought? Mainly the farmers affected by the drought because farmer cannot grow crops without water and then it leads to the famine. Famine is a condition when there is a less food or no food at all and there is a scarcity of food and there is a lot of hunger, lot of starvation is there. So starvation and hunger is the condition when we feel hungry but we don't have anything to eat. Now, what are the preventive measures? So the preventive measures to for the drought is to grow more trees. Then we should develop a rainwater harvesting system. I hope you have studied about in science or you are going to study about this in science in a near future. Now, the other thing is that we should grow the crops which are drought resistant. That means the crops which take less water. So these are the sorghum, millet and maize. So you can see there are some more crops in the pictures. So these all crops when grown then they take less water and they resist the drought, right? Now, we should always spray water directly to the base of the plant. That means towards the roots. So you can see in this picture, you can see I have given the example that water is going directly in the in the roots of the plant. So this is how we can prevent the drought. Now, children, we are going to talk about the earthquakes. So sometimes there is a lot of shake in the Dear children, now we are going to talk about the earthquake. So sometimes there is a time when earth shakes very, very violently. And this is caused due to the sudden movements of the earth surface, under the earth surface, right? And this is what we known as the earthquake. So you have been experienced about it, I suppose. So whenever there is a shake in the earth surface, then we feel, then we say that there is a earthquake. So now see the seismograph. So seismograph is an instrument which is used to record the earthquake tremors. Earthquake tremors means how much the earthquake was there and how many times the earthquake occurred. So that is what can be recorded by the seismograph. Then there is a Richter scale. So this Richter scale is used to measure the intensity or you can see the magnitude of the earthquake, that how much severe it is. So I have given the picture here. There you can see if there is 1 then it is micro, when it becomes to 3 then it becomes minor, 4 to 5 it is light, 5 to 6 it is moderate, 6 to 7 it is strong, 7 to 8 it is major, then 8 to 9 and towards the 10 it is the great earthquake. So these all are the magnitude or you can say the intensity of the earth. So you can say if there is a micro then there is a little shake in the earth surface. But when it comes to the strong then there can be a loss of life as well as the property also, right? But when we go towards the 10 Richter scale, although it haven't happened any till now, but whenever there is a earthquake more than 8, then there is a chance of a severe loss of life as well as property. Okay, now seismology. Seismology is the study of earthquake. So like I study bio, right? So I am studying biology, right? When I am a student of a Bio. Likewise, there is a scientific study of earthquakes, so which is known as the seismology. And bio means I am talking about the life, right? So whenever I am talking about the study of life, then it is biology. But when there is a study of earthquakes, then it is a seismology. Okay, now let us understand what happened when earthquake is there and if it is a severe one. So whenever there is a origin, right? There is a origin of a earthquake. Of course, it will be a place. So whenever there is a place of origin, it is known as the focus. The place of origin of an earthquake is known as focus. So this is, you can see that this is the focus. Then that point which is directly above the focus, you can see here, this is the point, right? So this is the epicenter and you can see it very clearly in the picture as well. The point which is directly above the focus is known as the epicenter. So just forget about the fault. You are going to learn about the fault in your future classes, right? Then the effect of earthquake is maximum near the epicenter. So whenever there is a earthquake, there is a focus, and focus is the place where the earthquake has occurred. Above that, there is a epicenter, and epicenter, near the epicenter there will be a great loss. For example, if focus is near Alwar or is in Alwar, so maximum damage of the property and the life, if it is severe, then it will be in Alwar, right? I am talking about Alwar city. Might be Alwar district also, but if we go towards the Delhi or towards the Jaipur, so might be the effect is less. So this is what known as the focus and epicenter. Now, what should we do if there is a earthquake, right? Might be there can be earthquake anywhere. It can be in Alwar as well. So first of all, if you are inside a building of school or house or office, so you should come out and you should come in the open area and you should stand in an open area. Then we should stay away from buildings, electric poles and power lines, even the trees also, because they may fall on us. Then we should, if we are inside the building by chance, we should sit under the table so that by chance if that roof falls, so might be you will not get the direct hit on your head. Then always use the staircase when there is an earthquake, fire or any emergency like that. So here I am talking about the earthquake. So whenever there is an earthquake, use staircase, not the lift, during and immediately after the earthquake, right? Then earthquakes can lead to other natural disasters as well. If there is an earthquake under the earth surface, it can lead to avalanche, it can lead to a landslide, it can lead to a tsunami. So avalanches occur where there is a snow. Landslide is the time when the rocks from the mountains falls, right? Tsunami, it occurs under the water. So when the tides of the water becomes very high due to the earthquake also. So that can also occur, right? So these three things can occur due to the earthquake. I hope it is very clear to you and you have understood it very well. Thank you and have a nice day.